don't trust you, I'm gonna behind the scenes footage of my photo shoot.
It's your boy Sir Smoke the Great, aka Gun Smoke the Go Getter. We live right now on the set of Bagmen. Y'all make sure y'all check them out. BAGMENTV on Instagram. Hey man, shouts out to XAVIER. Y'all look out for the video mix coming soon. Make sure y'all check us out Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 8 p.m. to 9:30. Alright? Shout out to my homie Chris, new cameraman, Smoke Something Radio. Shout out to Jared, our creative director. I'm sorry. Y'all make sure y'all give a big shout out to American Zoe, Miss Rockstar, DJ Underground, and shouts out to Nuke and everybody that got us over here right now, man. Hey man, what it do, man? It's your boy Sir Smoke the Great, aka Gun Smoke the Go Getter. We live right now, man. One of the motherfucking hottest directors in the game right now. We got the big homie in the building. Go ahead and let him know, man.
What up? What's good? What's great? What's great? It's your motherfucking man Nuke, man. Smoke Some Radio. What's up, though?
That right there is what it is, man. First of all, let everybody know your social media handles where they can get in contact.
Man, Instagram Nuke, ALNUKE, ALNUKE. You can Google that motherfucker, and it's all across the board, everywhere, man. Solidified, certified.
That right there is what it is. Where you from, big dog?
Man, I'm originally from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? East Side, Detroit, 6 Mile, Coney Garden, 17,000 block.
That right there is what it is. So how did you get in? How did you get started into directing?
Actually, years ago, a lot of people wouldn't know. I was in a documentary years ago with Tupac. Vanessa Del Rio was called Gangstresses, with a lot of porn stars and a lot of different people. And I was young, and I was in that joint. Shout out to my man Harry Davis in New York. He plugged me with that, and from there I just went and started a joint with a partner of mine in Detroit by the name of Donnie. We did a documentary by the name of Street Life that came out years ago. A lot of people don't know. We was like one of the first people to do them real street documentaries. You can Google it. It was really hot. It had Trick Daddy getting his ass beat in it.
Okay.
It had people ODing, really shooting dope in their veins, counting money. A lot of people got indicted and killed off that shit, man. That shit was like crazy.
That right there.
Yeah, Street Life. Yeah.
Hey, so at what point did you know that directing is something that you wanted to get into?
To be honest with you, fam, it was like on Street Life, I was kind of like a producer / director, but I didn't really know what I was doing at that point.
On the run?
Yeah, I was on the run and gun, me and my partner, but at that time we was young and shit, and it was to a point to where we kind of like went our separate ways, and I just was like, yo, I put a lot of energy, a lot of work into that Street Life, and I feel like I ain't get my credit. And I was like, that inspired me to say, you know what, let me write something. Let me direct something. Let me go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And Street Life sold like 300,000 units. Shit was like crazy.
A lot of numbers was crazy.
The Trump. Yeah. No, like distribution with Z9. Big shout out to Z9 Pictures. Like all my films, I go get distribution deals with them. It should be nationwide. We went crazy, and I feel like I ain't get all my pub off that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it inspired me to go and do another project. Somebody approached me, shout out my brother Baby Ray. He came to me, he was like, yo man, I know you had a lot to do with that Street Life. You know, what you got on your own? And I went and wrote and directed a joint called 17,000 Block, which sold like 500,000. You know what I'm saying? Went fucking crazy. This was like 2005, 2006. It was about the heroin gang. And I wrote, direct, acted in it, main star, and yeah, we sold like 500,000 with that shit, and that was with First Look. You know what I'm saying? First Look distributor. That's like Urban Works. You know what I'm saying? Jeff and them. Shout out Jeff, Urban Works and them. So I've been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? For a minute, I ain't new to this shit, and you know, from there I just said, yo, I did $500,000, that's time to go crazy.
Hey, that's when you knew it was on.
Yeah, and it was a classic. You know what I'm saying? One thing about me is I write classics. I direct classics. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, for people that watched it, love you, appreciate you, 17,000 block, Google, YouTube, that motherfucker. That's a classic.
So what's your outlook on the industry today as of being a director in this industry as a black man?
Can we smoke some?
Man, we can smoke already.
Thank
you know what I'm saying?
You say what's the outlook?
What's your outlook today on the industry, the movie industry, bro? Being a black man in this shit.
I think right now we breaking into new territories, man. You gotta understand, I've been a part of this shit when we were selling movies and DVDs. You know what I'm saying? And when you could sell 100,000 DVDs with a distributor, and they give you a check. You know what I'm saying? You make a movie, you get a check, you get 80,000. I went and got 80,000, 100,000 from distributors, from white people that I had no actors in. So I come from that era, and to see where it's going now, we approaching new territory. You know,
feel about it. So I know you said that you started off doing production, right? And when did you take a turn and started feeling like directing what you wanted to do?
Man, with 17,000 block, like with Street Life, with me and my man, we did that, and I felt like I directed a lot of that because, you know, it was a documentary, and if you go back and look at it, there was a lot of street shit in that. And I was writing, and I was, you know, coming up with the shit. I wasn't an editor. I was telling him, yo, you need to put this right here, and cut this here, and cut this here, and cut this there. But then when the paperwork came, and I went and got the distribution deal, but when the paperwork came down, my name wasn't on the paperwork. My name wasn't on it as a director because he was sitting there editing, and he'd been to a couple more shots more than me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, whoa. So once he did that, I was like, wait a minute. Me and you directed this shit. I know how to direct. You think I don't? Let me show you. And I went and wrote my shit, and I produced my shit, and I directed my shit. I had some help with producing. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it was like, yo, I could do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I started as a rapper.
Yeah.
You know, I got like 5, 6 albums out. You Google the name Nuke, you'll see I started as a rapper. I put out numerous albums, singles. I had my city on lock with television series, and, you know, I did web series and TV shows. I did all of this shit. So directing was just like, yo, come on.
That right there is what it is. Yeah. So what are some good characteristics to have as a director?
To know your actors. To merge with your actors. I think like a lot of us as independent filmmakers, we often don't do what they call blocking. We don't do directing. You know, a lot of directors got it in their head like, well, turn on the camera, and as long as you say your lines, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But as a director, it's up to you to feel the story, understand the story, and understand how the character's supposed to say what he's supposed to say, and project to him how he's supposed to feel. A lot of directors don't do that. Urban directors, once they feel like the actor did their lines and didn't nothing fall or didn't nothing break and they just did their lines perfect. No, it wasn't. Did he say that line how he was supposed to? Did he turn his body the way that he's supposed to? When did he? Was her reaction to say, you know? So the details. Us as directors, independent directors, focus on detail. You know what I'm saying? On the small pieces of filmmaking, and that's what makes us. That's what's gonna make you better. Is the details.
That right there is what it is. So I've heard of a dolly shot or tracking shots. Can you basically give everybody who doesn't know about that just some quick terminology on that?
A dolly shot is just simply a shot that's in motion. You know what I'm saying? A shot that's moving. A lot of times as filmmakers, again, directors, when me and you talking like this, you know, if this was a movie, I done seen a lot of times a lot of directors would just set the camera there and it'll just be me and you talking. And that's the scene.
Yeah.
Well, the scene is whack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because what they didn't do was, this is what they call a mid. This is a mid-wide shot. You got to get this shot, then you got to go in and get your close, you know, from your expressions and your talking. Go in and get my close from my expressions, my talking, and then you'll have a dolly right here that'll add motion with the shot. There's tracks on the floor, and even if you don't have a dolly, worry about your camera always doing this, doing a half of 180. Stay motion with your shots. Don't just be a dead-ass camera, especially with a video and a movie. Interviews, cool. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to movies and videos, you always want to keep a motion going.
Yeah.
Some way, shape, or form.
dropping knowledge on y'all out there, man. How was it filming Bagmen, man? We sitting here with this cast right now, man. How was it doing this Bagmen shit, bro?
Man, Bagmen was fun, man. We be having great time on set, man. Shout out to the actors, man. They going fucking crazy. Them my niggas, man. We're a family, you know what I'm saying? We go crazy. We do what we do. Because again, you know, like I said before, the Bagmen is organic. Like we ain't no label came in, ain't no money came in and said, yo, go and shoot this. You know what I'm saying? This is something that we all taking a part of and just doing, you know, because we love to do it. Of course, the crew get paid, you know what I'm saying? But aside from that, we all just passionate about doing it because, you know, we have to break our own shit. We have to create our own content.
Yes, sir.
And that's another thing as directors, learn to create your own content. Don't sit around and wait for somebody to give you a check. I've always been the type of person that go out and create. You know, so with Bagmen, it was just an idea that I came up with. I said, well, I want to do a web series. I see Money and Violence. I see a couple more web series that's popping off. Jay-Z went and gave these niggas a nice check. I said, you know what? I could do this for Atlanta. Let me create the #1 web series for Atlanta that's doing that street shit that's going crazy. And, you know, Bagmen came about. And when I did the auditions, I wanted it to really be organic. I wanted it to be something that I could feel, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people came in, and the 2 actors that just came in, I just felt them. I was like, yo, you know what? I can whip these guys into my idea, you know what I'm saying? Because one thing about it is like, Bagmen I write it, and again, I'm a director, so I'm right there with them on every line, every emotion. I want to create that because really, I would love to be right there just doing it. You know what I'm saying? I could see it. I could see it in my head. You know what I'm saying? But they create it so beautifully. Well, I ain't got to do nothing. I just tell them, and they just go and kill it. You know what I'm saying? They doing great jobs.
Hey, what have been your most memorable moments while shooting Bagmen?
I ain't even think too hard on it. Man, memorable shot, memorable experience. We done had so many, man. Fuck.
I already know mine is.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you. I think the first day shooting, I was so excited to shoot. In blocking, I think I ran into a steel thing or some shit and bust my motherfucking head. I'm talking about where it hurt it, and I just kept pushing. I was like, yo, I act like that. That shit had me like, yo, like ding, ding, ding. So I remember that one. And, you know, yeah, man, we had a lot. We be having some fun, man.
So, how far are you trying to take it, bro, with this Bagmen?
Man, I'm trying to take it to the top, man. We got to go, like right now, we're going to do 4 more episodes for the people, make it a full season.
Yes, sir.
And the last 4 episodes is so fucking crazy. Like, they are so deep and so, man,
you don't want to miss it.
Electrifying, man. You gotta stay tuned in the back. You had to take a little hiatus because I wanted to make sure the story was right. I wanted to make sure the characters was right. I wanted to make sure where we was going to have a season finale was going to be where I needed it for it to be. So, you know, we on a little hiatus right now. We're going to be back shooting later this month, man. And where I'm taking this joint to is straight to the top. Hopefully, I'm going to say next year, Bagmen second season will be on Netflix, or it will be on a major platform.
All right. Go ahead and give your shout outs out, man. We ain't gonna hold you too long.
Man, big shout outs to everybody, man. Big shout outs to Smoke Something, man. Big shout outs to Detroit, man. Big shout outs to the actors. Big shout outs to the cast of Bagmen. Make sure you check it out. BAGMENTV.com. BAGMENTV.com. Google that. Big shout out to my bro ZAYTOVEN. Big shout outs to Amber. Big shout outs to everybody that's watching, man. God is good. Salute. Detroit, what up?
Smoke Something Radio. We signing off. Cheer.